Looking for a job or even thinking about a career change? At a time when job openings have become more competitive, one industry is creating opportunities.
Healthcare has consistently been one of the biggest drivers of job growth in America, and now more workers are taking notice. So let's bring in our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young, to talk about this. Taylor, why has healthcare become such a bright spot in the labor market, and do people really see this as a lifetime career?
Yes, I mean, we've talked for months up here how healthcare has been one of the biggest contributors to job growth. That was especially true in 2025. And the recent jobs report shows that trend is only continuing. And I think what's interesting is now that trend is kind of influencing decisions that workers are making in terms of their jobs, right? So just in the last year, we've seen healthcare add over nearly 700,000 jobs to the economy. And, you know, with hiring still being tight in other industries, we know competition is extremely tight. Job seekers are kind of taking a closer look at this field. And I think the appeal is pretty simple. The opportunities are abundant. The pay is pretty competitive, and experts expect this industry to continue to hire. So there's just this bottom line of job security, and also this is a type of work that's pretty resilient against AI. And I think a lot of people are turning towards that.
Got to have real hands to do a lot of this work.
That's right.
Are you seeing people actually switch careers to jump into the healthcare industry?
So we are seeing that. We're also just seeing a spike in interest, especially in, you know, training programs, certifications, support roles. And I think that what people maybe forget sometimes is that you don't need a medical degree. And for a lot of healthcare jobs, right, you need that maybe a certificate for some of those support roles. So people see that as an avenue to go through without having to invest a lot of money into a degree, a medical degree, right? So you don't have to jump through a lot of hoops to potentially land a job that pays pretty well and has that job security.
We obviously know that doctors and nurses are going to be people that we need in our society, but why are so many people taking on or looking for these opportunities, maybe not in those roles, but still in healthcare?
Yeah, well, I think healthcare is experiencing something really interesting. So there's a worker shortage, but also a demand boom. Look, Americans are only getting older, and there's more people needing that intimate care, right? So while, you know, many hospitals, clinics, providers, you know, they're still rebuilding their staff levels following the pandemic. So, you know, that results in an industry that's just continuing to create jobs. There's just more opportunities available for people.
Are you seeing the demand happen here in North Carolina too?
Yeah, especially North Carolina. So it's projected that, you know, we could face a registered nurse shortage of 12,000 positions by 2033. So that's a lot of roles that need to be filled, that a lot of hospitals and clinics are looking for or scouting for, and that's just registered nurses. Think of all the other roles and positions that are also needed. And I think that there's also just nationwide a severe nursing home shortage as well. I mean, North Carolina is seeing a massive wave of nursing homes being built, and, you know, those senior adult care centers. So there's just a lot of, I think what we're seeing right now is a major job opening in healthcare, but I think that's only going to continue in coming years with a lot of these nursing homes being built as well.
Yeah, something for high school grads to maybe think about pursuing and looking into if they're going to school or otherwise. So Taylor, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.